Hello everyone, this is Jimmy Cultist back again with another turn-based combat tutorial. I forget which part this is, I think it's part 6, but I don't remember for certain. Doesn't matter though, I have something to correct from my previous videos. This is very important. You'll notice that there's an issue where when a character takes a turn, it considers the first player as having taken that turn, so it's really easy to correct this issue. I'm just going to go in here to the reset menu button, copy this out, and basically what this is going to do, if we go to character select, is we need to reset this A output later rather than sooner. So let's give it a try and see if it works. Oh, that's not right, they're all off. Let's try way later and see how it goes. Alright, that'll do. Now that that's corrected, we're going to make a little sculpt, which is going to stand in for our enemy health bar. Set it to clipped mirror, use grid snap for ease of use, stamp shape. We might want this to be pretty thin. Also, we kind of need some idea where the center is. It'll come in handy later. But for now, that'll do. Stamp this chip, a microchip. This'll do just fine. And we're going to create a little health bar in our usual method. Set it to in scene and set it to sticker mode. Should come in handy. Don't worry about that middle piece of material, that's not really going to be present in our final version. Alright, I think that might just about be correct. Keep the border white, but don't make it glowy because there's certain weird artifacts that occur when you make it glowy from a distance, at least when you're using the sticker method, which is optimal in this situation. We're going to trim down our bar just a little bit. Get it as tight as humanly possible. Alright, I think we did it. Well, maybe we'll try. With a widened border, we could try making it white. Now let's copy it out. We're going to make our current health bar, take off the border, make it green. That should do. Then we're going to take this thing out and just slightly resize it, but only a little bit. Use precise move, that's better. Now all that does... Also take the white border and make the sort order 0 so that it comes behind the bar. Alright. I'm gonna make it green on the color wheel. Just select this with X. It might seem strange at the moment, but it's gonna make more sense later. Stamp out a node and naturally connect the two. Now all we gotta do is take our enemy's current HP, which you can access with square and L1 in the tweak menu. This is it. Remaining HP. And that'll make the bar steady. So when it's at full health, it'll be green and large. Now we're going to turn off the power. We're going to make some slight modifications. Just going to shrink it down like so. And the sticker depth should be deep. And we're going to make it red so that when he's low on health, it'll be red. Now if I did this properly, it should just be, yes, right back to normal. So this health bar will lower with him. Now there is one downside to this, and that's that it will always be at an angle. It doesn't face the camera, so you might want to have camera angles that are considerate of this fact. If there's a way to make it face the camera at all times, I'm not aware of it. However, someone who's very clever might know a way to do that. And if so, this thing could be rigged up to always face the camera. Now let's move on to our next... Oh yes, what we're going to be doing is programming the death. And I think we've already done this previously. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what you're going to be doing. These are the programmed animations set to linear blend in order. And this, I believe, shuts off the puppet's procedural animations. There's also a switch connected to a destroyer, and the destroyer destroys his hurt animation so it won't interrupt with the death animation. And of course, we just have a destroyer put on the board to completely erase the enemy. And when the enemy is dead, this zone that's set up to detect him will no longer be active, meaning you can't target the enemy anymore, which is precisely what we want after he's dead. Now, what's the next thing we're going to do? Oh yes, we're going to program an attack that can kill an enemy into one of our characters. And for this purpose I've selected Holmes Fujita because why not? He just seems like he would be able to do it. By the way, let's rename this to Gat or Gatling Gun. And this will be Grenade. Now we're going to have to go in and do some modifications in our attack chip, which is way over here. Go to the P2. Take this. Stick it right in there. Take the X output. Stick it in here. And that should work nicely. We're also going to have to make a new name for his attack. I think we already have it in the previous video, so that shouldn't be an issue. And we're going to go ahead and program an attack of some sort. Let's see how much might carry over. Alright, this chip shuts off animations. We're going to be keeping that. And looking at the target should be kept. Resetting the animation with a gyroscope, we can keep that. We're not going to need so many of these. Another thing we're going to want to do is create a new damage box. 100 damage. You can label these in case you need to remember how much damage they indicate. So let's just take this up to, or down, since it's negative 100. There we go. And now that's all ready. All we have to do is take our old emitter and just reselect the 100, and it should appear in the place of the old one that we had before. Now I think our damage box length is just fine. There won't be anything we're going to alter except for the output, which will be a modified amount of 100 or 100%, depending on how you choose to look at it. And we're going to have to delete all these animations because they won't be necessary for what we're going to do. We're going to have to make new ones, that is. Anyway, that should be all ready. You can do this right about here. We're going to try to make an animation which is worthy. Something that looks like a grenade. Of course, we don't have a grenade in his hand, but you could easily add that. Little tip about making animations such as these where a character is biting something: if you want it to have a little bit more oomph, pull the head back as the hand is going out. Usually makes it look like he's, you know, really biting into something. Now put his arm down. Reset his head position. Pull his hand over. That should do nicely. Let's see how this will play out. You don't want this animation active until he's actually facing the target. You also might want it to play a little faster. Let's try this out. That looks good to me. Anyway, we're going to give it a little test. Also, you want there to be a slight delay because he's actually killing, you know, the enemy with a grenade, which is usually timed, so there will be a slight delay involved. Let's try it out and see how it goes. It probably requires some modification. Yeah, it worked out pretty good, actually. And there you have everything tested. Another handy thing you can do is you could have it so when this health bar reaches 0, it destroys itself automatically. You don't want it to be immediate though, because if it destroys itself too quickly, you won't see it hit 0, and there's something kind of satisfying about when it hits 0. I think most people agree on this. Alright, so let's just go to calculators. You're going to be doing some real simple math, I suppose. I don't even know if this qualifies as math, it's so simple. But just set it to equal, and set the operation value to 0, and basically when it hits 0, when the health bar hits 0, it will activate this. Very handy dandy. Now let's try it out and see if it works. Hopefully everything is operating as intended. There we go. Now that's pretty much all of the information I have to impart in this particular video. This creation will be remixable after this video comes out, so if you want to mess around or use it in any way you see fit, feel free to do so. Check the description for information on how to find it in Dreams. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to support us, check the links in the description to our art pal and our coffee. You can also follow me on Twitter if you like Dreams content and unique and entertaining takes. In the meantime, goodbye.